Musalia Mudavadi made some remarks earlier today in Zanzibar, remarks that have clearly backfired, going on how Kenyans responded to the remarks. The remarks touched on Gen Zs. Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Musalia Mudavadi has urged East African Community member states to fast-track regional integration and address the pressing needs of the region's youthful population. Speaking at the EAC Ministers' Retreat in Zanzibar, Mudavadi underscored the importance of digital age civic engagement and adaptive governance to meet evolving expectations of the youth, who constitute 70% of Africa's population. In Kenya, we have witnessed how technology can mobilize youth and drive societal change. He said, as leaders, we must respond with agility and foresight to harness this energy for inclusive growth and development. The digital age compels governments to adapt swiftly to the aspirations of citizens. We must innovate and engage proactively to meet the evolving expectations of our youth, he said. And going on how Kenyans responded, it's clear they don't trust those remarks by Musalia Mudavadi. Mudavadi is preaching water but drinking wine. Governor Felix, one of our needs is for his unconstitutional office of the Premier Cabinet Secretary, to be scrapped. He can remain to be the CS Foreign Affairs, as that is a constitutional office. Journalist Kamemba Joseph, Ruto made history as the first president to vie only once and win. He will also make history as the first president to rule Kenya for one term only. His journey to Sugoi is inevitable. Gide Groth, KE, what is it? The youth want him to resign from the unconstitutional positions he is holding. He is also old enough to retire. This is the earthquake, he told Kenyans. Muriki Warui, the needs of the youth are all Kenyans. This tells us that these politicians still don't understand what our real problem is. Nicholas Korir, he is supposed to be issuing a retirement message. Jester Kenya, his position in office was created by Oscar Sudi's powerless. Seki Musa, above 60 years, these people should resign immediately. The youth need those jobs. Kevin Wilson, he is a good example of breach the constitution which the youths condemn. From those responses, it's clear Kenyans don't trust those remarks by Mudavadi. Mudavadi is preaching water in Zanzibar. In Kenya is drinking wine. The Gen Zs laid out 14 demands to Ruto. As I talk, it's almost 3 weeks. None of the demands has been fulfilled. William Ruto is still setting up task forces. He is still calling for dialogue talks. He is still giving promises. He has not yet fulfilled on any demand. Musalia Mudavadi's office, that of the Premier Cabinet Secretary, is unconstitutional. Those are the issues Kenyans have been protesting against. Instead of Musalia Mudavadi resigning, he is in Zanzibar lecturing people there on how they should listen to the youth. If he was honest, he ought to have actually led by an example by resigning. His post as a Prime Cabinet Secretary is unconstitutional. So he should lead by an example. And again, if you look at all that, it's coming out very clearly. Kenyans don't trust Ruto's government. They don't trust any of William Ruto's cabinet secretaries. In fact, Kenyans have lost confidence in the entire Kenya Kwanza government. As much as Musalia Mudavadi might be talking some sense, which in actual sense is not actualizing, Kenyans see all that as rubbish. This is just a man who is just pretending. And that is so because Ruto has made so many promises to Kenyans. And if you listen to Ruto speak, he has a very nice tongue. He uses very nice languages. If you are a visitor in Kenya, you can even be tempted to believe in what Ruto is saying. It appears his foot soldiers, these cabinet secretaries, have started now borrowing from him. They have also started lying to Kenyans and lying to outsiders. And Mudavadi, from those remarks, it's clear he's lying. Instead of advising outsiders, why can't he not advise Ruto? Why can't he not tell Ruto that, Mr. President, this post I'm holding is unconstitutional? Wacha nijiondoe. Why can't he tell Ruto that? Why is he telling it to outsiders? So all these are just the usual political games and propaganda by Kenya Kwanza government. They never mean what they're saying. And that can explain why when tomorrow, as I talk, Gen Zs and Kenyans are meeting at Uhuru Park. Yes. And it appears a new wave of protests might just be building up. So if William Ruto cannot implement the 14 demands, then he should know that emotions are building slowly by slowly, and he might be surprised again. Let him fulfill or actualize the 14 demands. The remarks by Musalia Mudavadi have clearly backfired because Kenyans don't trust him, Kenyans don't trust Ruto, and the entire government. He's a person preaching water but drinking wine. Mudavadi ought to have led by example by resigning. His office is unconstitutional, and those are some of the issues that took Kenyans to the streets. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya for the first time, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.